G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. I said in an earlier video I was going to have to siphon some water out, probably 500 litres or so. Get this thing back down to the point where it can cope with some runoff. But that water level was over top, or maybe 1 centimetre away from the top. I deliberately set this pad up so that the low side of the pad is on the high side of the hill, so that when it overflows it doesn't try to take off and run away downhill. But we do have an interesting water flow pattern analysis to show just how well the forest floor can pretty much eat water. Here underneath the wattle tree, admittedly the tea tree got burnt in the recent hazard reduction program, but the forest floor just soaks up the water and lets it percolate deep down in. Whereas if you get out onto my driveway, on the bare ground, we've virtually got a river. So, far from wasting water, the forest holds the water in the soil. Bare ground just lets it run away. The shorter you have your grass, the less water is going to stay on your place. There we have a little object lesson in vegetation for erosion control. There we go. Siphon off. When the sun gets on that air boom, it'll heat the air and expand the boom, and it'll come up to being level. So I might as well take the plug out. Simple system, isn't it? Warbles on a lot to YouTube. We have some late arrivals for breakfast. It's Dizzy and Maud and Kim. No. Kim. Kerry. Kerry, not Maud. How could I forget? And Dizzy. My friendly old disabled kangaroo with the brachial plexus lesion on her right shoulder, paralysed right arm, probably from a traffic accident. Kerry, the kung fu kangaroo, who was about the third kangaroo to eat bread. She sometimes has a bit of a bad temper, but she's mellowing in her old age. The first piece of bread she tried to eat, she stood up on her hind legs, held it to her face, and then tried to kick it with one back leg while balancing on her tail. Therefore, Kerry of the Kung Fu Kangaroo tribe. And Kim, who was in the pouch when Mummy began to eat bread. Would you like another piece? Oh, dear. Did I approach you? Is that wrong? Are you supposed to approach me? Okay, there we go. Come on. No, she says I'm still chewing the last bit. Ah. Here we have a bowerbird. And over there, big Mr. Whitetail. Here we go. One for you too. That's it. Very delicate. Very delicate. You want one too? There we go. And now, come on. Yes. Now. And you better take your bit of bread and be ready to run with it. Because those kangaroos sometimes try to dispute the rights to the bread, even with a alpha male swamp wallaby, because kangaroos grow bigger. And they're just a bit more pushy than swamp wallabies. So they are. See, here's an example of being pushy. See, you've had enough, that'd be enough. You don't need any more. No, you can't bite my fingers. Yes, you've had a slice of bread and you've had a half a slice of bread. I suppose you know you want biscuits now, don't you? This is Kim chewing her cud, mixing the oats and grain bread with the grass she's been eating. As long as the bread's only a treat food, doesn't do them any damage. You know how long it takes a marsupial to die from eating bread? 11 years, and they die of a broken leg. However, if you keep one in your backyard and feed it nothing but bread, yeah, they'll get abscesses on the back of their teeth, and then they'll wind up with septicemia and they'll die from a jaw abscess from not cleaning their teeth. That's why I like to give them biscuits, something nice and hard to knock the bread off their teeth. But they're particularly interested in chewing their cud this morning. Would you like a biscuit? Yes, you would like a biscuit. Would you like a biscuit? No, you don't want a biscuit. Dizzy's busy chewing a cud. Probably should have made a separate movie out of this, but never mind. Would you like a biscuit? Oh no, I might have to talk to you. I'm not as hungry now. Being not as hungry, I don't want to come as close. Is that it? Oh, Kim, you've had bread and you've had your biscuit to clean your teeth. And there's plenty of water in the dishes. And we've now got some sunshine. So your coat should dry out and you don't really need much else today. You've had your morning treat. Yes, you have. You've had your morning treat. You going to stick around for a biscuit? She's thinking about it. You want to stick around for a biscuit? Yes, I thought you'd stay there. Come on. That's a girl. Yes, you do like your pickies, don't you? Hello, little Joey. You can have another one, because you're old. You want another one? Yes, you do, don't you? Come on. At least come and get your own, rather than pinching it off your cousin. And around the corner, yes, I knew you'd be coming back in. It's a boy. You're a good boy, aren't you? Yes. Yes, you're a good boy. You've been getting bitten on the face a lot, haven't you? As for that ear, well, come on. Yes, come on. Okay. So a lot of the communication is in body language. He tells you how close he's prepared to come, and then he backs off and sits down. Movie's turned out to be much longer than I expected. But that's what happens. Spontaneity. Caveat emptor, take advantage of the moment. Nice little shot for the colophon. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Ciao.